All right, let's talk about Aidan Hutchinson. Why don't we? We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk about some of his game from the Jets. I thought he played very well, but then just some other highlights he's had since the last time I talked about him. So let's get into it, and let's start off with this play. We're gonna start off with some run defense stuff because again, I think his run defense. I've always sort of been pounding the table. His run defense very underrated. People talk about Trayvon Walker. People talk about Kayvon Thibodeau's run defense. Hutchinson just as good, if not better, than both of those guys in the run defense game. He has a one-on-one matchup right here. Watch how when this play begins, you're going to see how he pushes that tackle relatively further back to really do a great job at sort of setting the edge right here. If the halfback takes the ball in Hutchinson's direction, it's not going well. If he tries to bounce to the outside, that's probably going to be a loss of yards. But if he tries to go more towards the inside, which as you see he does, Hutchinson is able to eventually get over there and clog up the running lane. He made that tackle, but there was other guys in the area. Good run defense by the entire Lions team on that one. But Hutchinson definitely doing his job. And again, in the run defense game, that's pretty much what you do, is you do your job, right? It's very rare for one guy in a run defense play to be the one who makes the play, right? It's such a team sport in that aspect. That's why they call it the ultimate team game, football, because of that. But now let's head over here. One thing that you'll definitely hear about just rookie players in general. For someone like Hutchinson, who definitely was a very smart player in college, so you figure he'd be very pro ready, but still, NFL, a little bit more difficult, a little bit more deception going on. Although in some areas there's actually less deception going on too, because there will be more of a traditional drop back. But still, guys are better when they are trying to deceive you, and that's kind of what's going to happen here, where it's going to be a run to Hutchinson's side of the ball. So on paper, you're thinking, okay, wait a second, Hutchinson should have no problem making this play, right? He's unblocked, and the run is going in his direction. This should be a fantastic play. However, watch how this handoff is. Watch how it's a handoff sort of looks like it's going to go towards the left side of the screen, but then goes towards the right side of the screen, and Hutchinson got a little fooled on it. That's okay. That's expected. He definitely took a step further in because he saw the way the handoff was going. That's why you do it. But this is where the athleticism of Hutchinson comes in. Watch him be able to just get over, and he is going to be able to make a tackle on this play. So just a really good play from Hutchinson, in my opinion, just to get over there and just to be able to make a play. And the fact that he can do that and do that consistently is still very good. So even if you do, run that kind of play to get him out of position, you say, hey, we got a rookie. Let's see if we can, take advantage of this situation. Well, it's a lot more difficult to do it. And again, Hutchinson got off to a bit of a slower start this season. He's now Pro Football Focus's 25th rated edge rusher, which is pretty remarkable as a rookie. And a big part of it is because of his run defense. His run defense has definitely been a plus. And in fact, his run defense grade, according to PFF, higher than his pass rush grade right now. And his pass rush grade is still pretty good. Let's go over to this one now. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup with you have, tackle for the New York Jets. Are you thinking, hey, we're finally getting into pass rush, the stuff we want to see? Nope, I still got more run defense. Sorry, that's just what I'm doing. What I'm interested in to some degree is his run defense. Not the only thing I'm interested in, but that's definitely an aspect of it, is his great run defense. And again, watch him just drive that tackle back. It's not like it doesn't look like that much, but really, that's a significant way to sort of move the line of scrimmage backwards, where now you're forcing the halfback Knight on display for the Jets. You're forcing him to have to make a decision just a little bit earlier of, does he run in? He can't go in Hutchinson's area. That's a no-go zone at this point. You can't go there because Hutchinson is in such a better position right now than any other Lion really at this point. And there's some other Lions in pretty good positions winning their own one-on-one blocks because of the fact that there's not really a clear running lane up the middle. Knight is going to kind of still go towards the right a little bit, and you see Hutchinson's able to reach out. He is able to make this immediate tackle. They do not gain any yards on that play. So again, just the quick plays, the quick tackles here that he's able to do. This is the kind of stuff that not only does he do, he does consistently. And that's the main thing that you look for, right? It's not just, are you getting wins? Are you getting highlight reel level plays? It's how consistently do you win? And I remember scouting him in college, and even these plays where he was losing, even his losses, it felt like the tackle got lucky when they beat him. It was that dominant so consistently. Every play he was winning. Obviously, the NFL talent level is higher. You're not going to win that consistently, but man, he's still winning consistently. Let's go over here now. Let's talk about another athleticism play, because again, I feel like if you've been watching me make these film studies on Hutchinson, you've definitely heard me talk a decent bit about his athleticism and how I feel like that did not get enough attention coming out of the draft, because he is someone who is as good of an athlete as we've seen at the position outside of Trayvon Walker, who, Walker was just a freak athlete and one of the freakiest athletes of all time. But Hutchinson, in a typical year, would be, people would rave about his athleticism. He is that athletic. And so what do you do with great athlete edge rushers? Well, you run stunts, right? Help them out. Use their athleticism to your advantage. The way this play works is you're going to have a defensive tackle kind of run to get the right guard further towards the right, get him out of position. Then Hutchinson can kind of run in between the guard and typically the center is how it works, and try to get a pressure that way. The reason why I said typically is because this is going to actually be a little bit of a different situation. It's a little bit of a unique situation because the center is actually blocking on that side of the field. So, sometimes they block on one side, sometimes they block on the other. But because of this situation, center blocking on this side of the field, oftentimes that means that you won't be able to get over there. So watch what happens. Watch how Hutchinson gets over so quickly. By the time the center realizes that Hutchinson was getting over there, Hutchinson's past him. I mean, this is just an incredible job by Hutchinson to be able to get over there so quickly that despite the fact that Minnesota actually had his play relatively covered, Hutchinson is still going to get through untouched. Now, as you see, Cousins is able to get rid of the football before Hutchinson gets there. Good job by Cousins, but great job by Hutchinson. And again, if a lesser quarterback was in that spot, or if just, if Cousins was looking in a different direction, there's a very real chance that that's a big sack right there. Now let's go over to this one. Let's talk about finally an actual sack. I've talked so much about Hutchinson and his run defense, his twists and all that. Let's just talk about him beating a right tackle one-on-one, right? That's what we want to see. Yes, all the other stuff is fun, but at the end of the day, can you beat guys one-on-one? Well, Hutchinson can, and Hutchinson is going to on this play. It's going to be Brian O'Neill, who's really good tackle for Minnesota. He's played great this season. He's, again, if you like PFF, he's PFF's 6th highest graded tackle, and that's tackle of any kind, not just right tackle. 6th highest graded tackle. So, we're talking about a borderline elite offensive lineman, at least in terms of the year he's having, right? When his play begins, you're going to see at this spot. So you see, O'Neill doing something where he has his right hand out, and this is always a dangerous game when you show your hands early against Hutchinson, because Hutchinson has such great hands, he can take advantage. And really watch Watch his left hand and how he's going to attack O'Neill's left hand. Watch him swipe it to the side, and because of that, O'Neill was really not even able to slow him down. It was like a turnstile on that play. I mean, when you're turning great tackles into turnstiles, you're doing something right for the Detroit Lions. Aidan Hutchinson is just having a fantastic rookie season, which is funny because, it started off, and I was actually saying he was kind of disappointing early on. I thought he was a little disappointing early on, Hutchinson was, but the reality is, it's a long season. Okay, it took him a couple games to get used to the NFL and all that stuff, but once he did, man, he's been great. He's getting better every single week, and these past few weeks, he's looked like an elite edge rusher. He really has. So, I think Kayvon Thibodeau's also had a great rookie season. He's someone who really, he really shined in that Washington game, and you could argue still between which one of those two you'd rather have. I still am very much strongly in the camp of Hutchinson would be my guy. I think Hutchinson's having the better season right now. Again, never got the Trayvon Walker hype, still don't get the Trayvon Walker hype, but again, he's a project. He's kind of a unique scenario where he's been drafted on upside, not what he'll do his rookie year. The other two guys who were drafted that were, both have high upsides and can have great rookie years are having great rookie years with Thibodeau and with Hutchinson. So Hutchinson, really good stuff. Really exciting to see him really come into his own this year. At least that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.